Love, peace, and chicken grease. Today I want to talk about good hair days and how they play into a major role in the greeting cards I write and illustrate. And I'll get into this broken wing later. But good hair days, isn't that something that we all as women understand? Good hair days, when you have a good hair day, don't you really feel like you can conquer the world? You can handle that person. You can open that door. Good hair days and accessories to me are everything. Being being kind to others. Yes, 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 that's really, really important. But you can't diminish the importance of good hair days. And that's what I want to talk to you about in this video because I find it so inspiring for my greeting cards and my women humor. Um, and think about bad hair days. Oh my gosh, when you have a bad hair day, it totally affects you. It affects how you feel. Blah, blah. You just feel you want that day to be over. Whereas with a good hair day, it affects your mood, tude, and I quite frankly think the confidence you exude. So I think good hair days are everything and a central part of my humor. And honestly, good hair days is whatever it is to you. If you have short and cropped hair, maybe a crew cut, maybe red hair, pink hair, blue hair, kind of traditional hair like my hair, which I cut my own self, and I'll show you a little part of that in this video where I was cutting it, which I do, I would say once a week, if not even more. I am always cutting my hair. But anyway, good hair days to me, they basically open all doors. And I figured it's such a universal subject. I it's why it sort of lends itself to my funny women humor. So I'm going to show you some of my cards, and they tend to be good sellers, if not best sellers, because I think, again, women at times are maybe a little bit more evolved than men. Don't you think so? Because we know how a good hair day, and let's not underestimate accessories, even on my broken wing, um, just make you feel really great, right? Logic will get you from A to Z, but it's good hair that will open all doors. And what could be more logical than the power of a good hair day? Hope you have one on your birthday. She reflected that being smart was all well and good, but in the end, it was good hair and accessories that open all doors. Big dreams, big hopes, big hair. Think big on your birthday. Life is better when you're laughing, but good hair helps too. Oh my gosh, I just used the video as my mirror as I cut my hair, thinking in filming a video about good hair days and how good hair days make us feel, I don't know, so much better than bad hair days. Bad hair days should be national take a day off from work days. But I just clipped myself, I showed a video of myself cutting my hair. I took about an inch off. And I didn't have the record on. So I guess you could say here's the results from cutting my own hair, which I do. I don't go to anywhere to get it cut. I do my own. And usually I just do it by feel. My scissors are just my paper cutting scissors because they're really sharp. But I cut my own hair. What's the worst that could happen? It's crooked, it's a little crooked. Well, in that case, I'll just throw on tons of accessories and then nobody would be the wiser. Am I right? Am I right? Or make sure no one gets a clean view of my back view to see if my back is uneven. So that's where scarves come in very, very handy. So there's my little trim. Unfortunately, it didn't show up on camera, but if you saw my desk, which is not the place I should be. Oh my gosh, I did it twice. I took off the length just a little with my scissors, and each time I forgot or I didn't press the right button to have the camera on. So you just have to trust me when I tell you, I just took a little off, and I always do. I cut my own hair, and I use very professional scissors. They're my paper cutting scissors. But anyway, sometimes that little tiny bit of bulk makes all the difference in the world. Well, that's what I think, if you ask me. So I can't do it again because that just would not be a good thing to be cutting and cutting and cutting away. But I would say probably about an inch off of the bulk. I'll do it again soon, but not for a little bit while. But I can't believe, I don't know what I'm doing half the time. I can't believe I didn't have the camera on. Oh my God. I am going to apologize because I rambled, went a little off track in this video. But here are ways for you to come up with ideas, for you to write and illustrate, or just write, or just illustrate funny cards. Let's talk about hair today. Write 3 things down, at least 3. 3 ideas. Good hair days make me feel, or this is what I do when I have a good hair day, or did you know it's National Good Hair Day, or something about bad hair days. But 3 ideas, and like I always say, save your ideas. Keep them in a notebook, in a shoebox, on Post-its, but try and keep them all in one place. But I highly recommend writing down 3 ideas. Then I recommend, if you can, doodle every day. If that's what you love to do, draw, doodle. I don't care if it's on a napkin or on your digital iPad or Surface Pro like me. Try and do a little bit of doodling. It's almost like keeping exercising every day. And the last thing I suggest for successful selling cards, and I've sold a little over, well, much over 10,000 at this point on Etsy, my individual cards, look at the competition. I don't say look at it to copy, but look at the competition for inspiration. These are things I promise will kind of move you forward, get the creative juices flowing, and make you feel as good as if you're having a good hair day. So I hope you'll stay with me. Like I said in the video, sometimes I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to keep trying and doing it. I'm going to keep trying and doing it. Does that make sense? Anyway, love, peace, and chicken grease, and I hope you'll come back. Be patient with me. I don't always know what I'm doing, but I do it anyway.